Welcome back to the colony. My name is Clear, and the march of civilization continues ever onwards here in Rimworld for our colony, despite the game's best attempts at stopping that from happening. And yeah, things have been doing pretty well for us, despite all the raids. And yeah, we're slowly reclaiming the land from the ocean, so we can put some more homes over here at some point. That's something I'd like to do. So yeah, I guess that's the plan for this video, or something like that. Well, that's a 3% bonus to the injury healing factor for our colonists, so that's great that they can heal faster. Let's just see what we did out of this in this progress research. Ninjak is off on a days. The final straw was serious pain. Okay. Well, looks like Zesrov and Winch are having a bit of a social spat. I wonder what it was about. Winch thought he insulted Zesrov's body. Alright, fair enough. Ooh, hey, a 3% bonus to our mining speed from that in this progress. Let's just see what we get out of this one. Well, Bar is off on a tantrum, and we got as far as 7 from that batch of visitors. Bar went off on a tantrum because of intense pain. Alright, fair enough. Well, it's, Kaz's turn for a tantrum. The final straw was, her daughter died. Alright, fair enough. Well, I guess we're gonna be picking up Theo. Let's see what you're like, Theo. Double passion and shooting with the skill being at 11, same thing with intellectual. Any health problems I should know about? No, just a stretch star on the left hand, so that's not exactly a deal breaker. Welcome aboard, Theo. Well, that conversion ritual is pretty ineffective. Wonder what that did to Theo. Nope, still undivided collective. Alright. Well, that's a score of 100 from that batch of visitors, and a gift. Mini grenades. Well, looks like we had some new lovers in this colony. Which and, the other wish. Or rather, which one and, Conan. You know, I wonder when I got this, muffle that was probably a self-tame. Oh well, it is what it is now. Well, looks like Treasure is having a bit of a, food binge as his mental break. I wonder why. Genetic pessimism was the final straw. Literally nothing I can do for you there, Treasure. Well, that's a 3% bonus to the movement speed for our colonists, so that's straight. Run that one again, please. Well, let's just see where the space chunks have impacted. Oh! Right, almost right on top of my, crematorium. Well, anyways, it's free steel and components, so that's straight. Well, that's a 3% bonus to the medical surgery success chance for our colonists, so that's right. Run that one again, please. Well, that's a 3% bonus to the rest rate multiplier, so let's just see what we get out of this one next. Looks like Minova and Kazarov are having a bit of a social spat. I wonder what it's about. Kazarov compared Minova's brother to a fiend. Alright. Well, let's just see who in the visitors has relationships with our colonists, and Ninja status paid us a visit. And that's a 3% bonus to the global learning factor of our colonists, so what do you say we just run that one again? Well, that's a 3% bonus to the eating speed for our colonists, so they can wolf down their meals faster, so that's great. And we're beginning construction on the housing over here, so that's also great. And it looks like Tatchrath and Giroz have gotten together. Well, that's a 3% bonus to mining speed from that end as progress research. Let's see what we get out of this one. Oh hey, looks like we managed to get a gift out of that batch of visitors. 37 plasteel. Well, that's a 3% bonus to the general labor speed of our colonists, so that's straight. Run that one again, please. And that's a 3% bonus to the meat amount that we did for the animals that we butcher, in this colony, so that's straight. Run that one again, please. Yeah, I think it's high time to switch everybody over to ULM rifles since it's, 24, damage and 1 stopping power. Let's see now. Do we have any, charge rifles? Yeah, we do. As opposed to, 16 damage, and 0.5 stopping power, and that's for an excellent tier, charge rifle. So, yeah, that's why we're going to be, switching over to the, ULM rifles. Well, looks like we can make those ULM rifles 3% faster, so that's nice. Run that one again, please. Well, that's a 3% melee damage factor increase for our colonists, so that's right. Run that one again, please. Well, that's a 3% movement speed increase for our colonists, so that's right. Do that one again, please. Well, looks like we got hostiles inbound. Oh, straight into the turrets, I see. Well, you can have fun with that. In the meantime, I guess my colonists will be sticking their head in the sand and pretending the outside world doesn't exist for right now. On with the robots. And that should take care of, just about everybody in this colony. Meanwhile, the turrets can just do all the work. What happened to you, Tier 3, Butterbot? Oh my. So let's just get you fixed up, and get you fixed up as well, Tier 3, 5 Builderbot. And, yeah. I think the defenses might be just a little bit on the overbuilt side. Just a little bit. See? Yeah, I think all the shooter turrets got everybody. So, I guess that's straight. And that's a 3% bonus to the research speed for Arcanas, so that's also neat. Run that one again, please. And yeah, I don't think I'm taking anybody from this batch of, raiders. Well, looks like, Kazarov is off on an insulting spree. Let's just see what it was about. Terrible party. Alright. Well, looks like we have a 3% bonus to the medical surgery success chance, so that's straight. Run that one again. And we have some turtle pods. Let's just see what's inside. And it looks like, Sunny Obsidian. Alright. Well, let's, go see who has the relationships with Arcanas amongst the visitors. And it's, Theo's grandmother and Theo's grandfather. Alright. Ninjak is off on a food bench. Let's just see why. Serious pain was the final straw. And, of course, there's a marriage between Nathan and Bear. Now, which one and, Conan are getting married. Well, that's a 3% bonus to the rest rate multiplier for Arcana, so that's straight. Run that one again, please. Well, that's a 3% bonus to the medical surgery success chance, and also a metanoid cluster. Straight into the turrets, I see. Anyways, we're just trying to set our heads in the sand and pretend the outside world does not exist, because right now it doesn't. And then I'm going to send somebody out to go poke the metanoids with a stick. Just to wake them up. Because, oh, I never bothered to, release them from Area 1. Well, I guess it is what it is. And I also need to expand it to include the new area that I just claimed for the base. And that should take care of that. Oh, looks like a tosset spear. Right, you lot are going to be, going out to go poke the metanoids with a stick. Also, Mort, what are you still doing with the, steel knife yet, Goober? Well, I guess it is what it is. Well, now that everybody has, been gathered up, and of course there's a cold snap. Why wouldn't there be a cold snap? Well, they're just opening fire. And the turrets are just going in on the metanoids, so... yeah. We're at the metanoids. Right, so you need to move up and deal with that turret that's, trying to shoot you. And maybe deal with that tosset spear. Right, so that's, that turret dealt with. Well, now that everybody is within range, go target the tosset spear. Like so. That takes care of that, and now we just need to clean up the, rest of the junk that the metanoids left. And that takes care of that. Theo was successfully converted to our ideology, so that's straight. We have a star of 55 from that batch, I guess, and a gift. 4 components. Okay. And that's a 3% bonus to the medical operation speed, so that's straight. Run that one again, please. Well, let's, go see who amongst the visitors has relationships with Arcanas. That's wife of Yam. Alright. Well, that's a 3% bonus to the rest rate multiplier, so that's straight. Run that one again, please. Well, that's a 3% bonus to the toxic resistance for Arcana, so that's right. Run that one again, please. Well, that's an extra 3% bonus to the Metroid shredding efficiency, so that's straight. Do that one again. Well, that's a 3% bonus to the Metroid shredding efficiency. So let's run that one again and see what we did this time. Looks like we have a score of 95 for that batch of visitors, and a gift. 14 components. Well, that's a 3% bonus to the global word speed, so that's straight. Run that one again, please. And hey, some of the visitors have relationships with some of our Arcana, so let's just see who it is, and it's, Brennan's great-granddaughter, who is also, Theo's cousin once removed, Ninja's 10, daughter-in-law, Brennan, who is also Theo's aunt, and Brennan's grandson, who is also Theo's cousin, and grandfather of Theo. Looks like we have a 3% bonus to our eating speed from that, and it's progress research, so let's see what we did out of this one. Well, that's a 3% bonus to the mining speed of Arcana, so that's right, that they can, mine stuff up a bit faster. Anyways, let's run that one again. Well, looks like we got a score of 34 out of that batch of dust, and a gift. Modular platter. Alright. Well, that one was a 3% bonus to the medical surgery success chance for Arcana, so that's right. Let's do that one again, shall we? Well, Manav, what happened to you, to make you end up in the hospital? Riven's called Manav a bandit. Alright. Guess that was a social spot. Well, that's a 3% bonus to, something. That's for sure. Run that one again. Well, that's a 3% bonus to the eating speed for Arcana, so that's right. Let's go see what we did this time. Well, that's a 3% bonus to the rest rate multiplier for Arcana, so that's right. Run that one again. Well, looks like some of the visitors in this batch have relationships with some of Arcana, so let's just see who it is. And it's, Ninja's cousin. Well, that's a 3% bonus to the carrying capacity for Arcana, so that's right. Run that one again, and we have a pet hair now, so that's also right. Well, looks like Cave and Zesrov are in a bit of a social spat over, Cave's insulting spree. Rebuffed by Zesrov was, the final straw for that one. Alright, what was the insult? Zesrov compared Cave's brother to a narwhal. Really? Anyways, that's a 3% bonus to the rest rate multiplier for Arcana, so that's right. If they can rest up faster, run that one again, please. Well, looks like some Metroids have decided to, well, pay us a visit from the ocean. Oh my, that's a lot of Diablos. Diabluses. Between you and me, I think this is a turret issue. So I guess it's time to lock the doors and pretend the outside world does not exist, and oh my, what happened to you, Butterbot Tier 37? And just make sure none of our Arcanas or robots are outside the walls. That should take care of that. Ooh, hey, 3% bonus to the general labor speed of the Arcana, so that's right. Do that one again, please. Yeah, I think I might have built too many turrets. Ooh boy, a roof collapse. And straight on top of the Metroids too, so that's convenient for me. Alright, I think you lot are going to be heading out to deal with some of the Metroids that my turrets just can't hit for whatever reason. Well, that takes care of the Metroid threat. Well, that's a 3% bonus to our movement speed for the Arcana, so that's right. Let's do that one again, please. Looks like we brought a new batch of visitors. Let's just see who has the relations with Arcanists. Looks like it's Theo's grandpa and Ninja's 10. Alright. And we have a score of 98 out of that batch of visitors, and a gift. Combat blade, normal quality. Okay. And that's a 3% bonus to the smelting speed for Arcana, so that's straight. Run that one again, please. Well, that's a 3% bonus to the injury healing factor, so that's straight. Run that one again, please. Well, looks like we have another Metroid right on our hands. Well, this side of the raid is completely screwed because of the turrets over here. And it's probably just the uranium slug turrets. They're just going to be dealing with that one. This raid might actually get somewhere. Assuming if it can get past the hallway and traps, that is. Regardless, well, I think it's time to bury our head in the sand and pretend the outside world does not exist. For right now. Because I think I might just let this raid sort itself out. And just, yeah, deal with it that way. To say the least. Well, they got one of the uranium slug turrets, or rather the rotary turrets. Well, and on some of the side, there's went for the hallway and traps. Some of them, mind you. Others are just gonna head straight for the turrets. Well, Bob and Zesrov, you're going down to go deal with the Scythers. And I see that batch of Scythers went for the turrets as well up here. Anyways, that's right, dealt with. Well, looks like Bitch is hiding in the room. The final straw was serious pain. Well, that's a 3% movement speed increase for Arcana, so that's right. Run that one again, please. Looks like some of the visitors have relationships with some of our Arcanists, and we just got a score of 75 from that. The other batch of visitors, and a gift. Molotov cocktails. And the visitors from the new batch of visitors that have relationships, and it's just Theo's grandmother paying us a visit. Alright. And that's a 3% bonus to the Metronoid trading efficiency of Arcana, so that's right. Do that one again, please. Catch is off on a sad wonder. The final straw was tortured artist. Literally nothing I can do for you there, Catch. Well, that's another 3% bonus to the eating speed of Arcana, so that's right. Let's do that one again and see what we get this time. Well, I think I've hit a pretty good stopping point for this video, so like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video and its playlist. All of our social media put to help out the channel, and you under them for free. And if you want to support the channel financially, there is a link to my Ko-Fi in the description below, where you can do exactly that for as little as $1 a month. So, yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next one tomorrow, so stay tuned for that one. Bye.